Hey, this is Heather from the Renaissance English History Podcast, and this is your Tudor Minute for October the 10th. Today in 1562, England was holding its collective breath. Elizabeth I, just 29 years old, fell gravely ill with what was first believed to be just a simple cold. She was staying at Hampton Court Palace when her fever worsened, and the truth became clear. The Queen had smallpox. In a period when smallpox killed or disfigured countless people, panic swept through her court. Elizabeth was the last of Henry VIII's children, and she had no heir. If she died, England would be thrown into chaos. The dreaded succession crisis that everyone whispered about would become very, very real. As her fever raged, the courtiers reportedly burst into tears, terrified not only for their queen, but for the stability of the realm. Treatments at the time were, let's just say, creative. Physicians prescribed barley water and soothing concoctions of barley poppy and wild lettuce to help her sleep. And as was a common belief, Elizabeth was said to have been wrapped in red, perhaps a blanket or a cloth, since the color red was thought to drive out disease. Against all odds, Elizabeth survived. Her face was permanently marked, and she began wearing heavier makeup, that iconic white lead paint that we now associate with her later portraits. But others were not so fortunate. One of her attendants, Mary Dudley, nursed her through the illness and then caught smallpox herself, leaving her badly scarred for life. Elizabeth's recovery was seen as almost miraculous, a sign perhaps that God still smiled on her reign. But it also was a grim reminder the Tudor dynasty was hanging by a thread. That is your Tudor Minute for today. Have an amazing day.